Hello, online crew. How are you all going? It feels like forever since I've gone live because I missed one live at the tail end of last week as I was attending my virtual workshop, and it just seems so long when I haven't gone live for that many days in a row. So it's awesome to be here with you. I may look a little tired because, to be honest, I am, but it's amazing to be here with you, and I just want to share. There's so many things I could say, so many things I could share with you regarding the weekend that I've just had. And there's some of you don't have any idea what I'm talking about. I'll fill you in a second. But I just want to concentrate on one little thing on today's live. Because if you're familiar with me here, I go live 5 days a week, in a row, 5 days in a row. But this video that I start with at the beginning of the week is something to do with personal development, personal growth, trying to help you be a better version of you so you can build the business that you want to build. So I want to stick to that today and keep in that mindset. So it'll all make sense in a minute, okay? Just trust me. Just to fill in the gaps for some of you that are not aware, I'm meant to be in Orlando at the moment. So I'm meant to be traveling back from Orlando now. I'd be in an airport somewhere. But obviously I'm not because of COVID-19 and no one's traveling. But the reason that I was going to Orlando is to attend a 3-day workshop. So credit to the mentorship company in that they put on a virtual workshop for us. In the meantime, we're still going to have ability to do it all again in physical sort of person. So it's not even in replacement. It was in addition to just help us out with the environment that we're currently in. So that's amazing, because all the information that I've learned is going to be concreted still in person when we're able to travel again. Obviously, living in Australia, the time zones never work out for me. That is just part of my journey in my entrepreneurial world and being on the other side of the earth. A lot of things that I do, with US and Canada and whatever, it's in the middle of the night for me. So the training started at 12:30 a.m. for those of you that are not in the know, and it was meant to finish around 8:30 a.m., but we generally finish 9 a.m., 10 a.m. in the morning. So all-nighters for me, 3 nights in a row. Then I would try to get a little bit of sleep during the day. Now, that's not my body clock. It's light. There's distractions and noises and things like that. So not a lot of sleep was had at the time that I should be sleeping. And I will admit that last night was tough. I was yawning a lot. I was trying to disguise it because we're all on screen. We're all on Zoom. But I was really, really suffering just to basically stay awake. Not that their content wasn't amazing. It was just, the 3rd night in a row. It was just tough to get through because I was getting exhausted. Okay, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And this is the discussion that I want to get into in today's live. And the intention of me talking about what I'm going to talk about today is to get you thinking about your journey as an entrepreneur. Okay, so I hope this is thought-provoking for you. So I know some of you would love to know what I've learned, and I'll get on to more of that later, but I really want to stick to the topic at hand for this particular video. So how are all of you? Did you have an amazing weekend? I hope you did. I'll say, hello to you guys in the moment. I just picked up on your comment there. Your eyes look tired, but you are still beautiful. Thank you, Olive. My eyes are a giveaway for everything. Those of you that get to know me well, you can see in my eyes basically how I'm feeling and whether I'm glowing or whether I'm tired. I can tell that I look tired. And I don't know what I did, guys. Did any of you guys see my story where I woke up with blood all down the side of my face? Look what I did to myself. Can you see that? Somehow, I did that through the night somehow. So it was really funny because the boys came in from outside. It was Sunday night for me. Well, it's sort of late afternoon. They let me sleep. And I just got up, put my dressing gown on and went into the kitchen. I didn't even look at my face. And both the boys had come in from outside and they've taken one look at me going, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "What?" Because I didn't even feel it. But I had dry blood all down here. It obviously just seeped out blood and just all was underneath my ear. I put a photograph in my stories and Ollie's like, "Have you looked in the mirror?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't actually." And he's like, "Mum, let me take a picture." And I had all this dry blood. So in the middle of of the night, Sunday afternoon, I've managed to somehow, with one of my nails, severely scratch myself. And it must have bled a lot. Like, you should have seen my pillowcase. So wasn't all tired at all, but it's all part of the journey. It'll make me remember it even more. So just a few reminders before I say hello to a few people. Round 15 of the branding course has started. Video 1 is up. So for those of you that need help with branding, the link is up above. It's not too late to start. Branding is the foundation of everything you do online. So if you still need to sort that out, join us for the next few weeks in the branding course. The details are above. My birthday specials end this week. So if you would like to get into my coaching community for $1, if you haven't been in there before, or discounted lifetime membership for new, it's a discounted price. For existing people already in there, it's even a further discounted price. So they finish this week. So they're still available if you want to click on the link above. And the video challenge starts this week as well on the 1st of May. Okay, and I will be doing a video in the video challenge group to get you guys kicked off and starting, and a few days of content later today. Some of you might be asleep if you're in international time zones, but I will be doing a video in there today. Okay, and in relation to what I've learned over the weekend, I know some of you would like to know what I've learned over the weekend. I am not allowed to teach you what I learned on the weekend. Okay, I'm actually not allowed to, because I'm not qualified to with what we learned. This will make more sense to those of you that are in my coaching community. We have a live Q&A Zoom call tomorrow. So what is the time? So in 45 minutes time tomorrow, we have a live Q&A Zoom call. The Zoom link is in the welcome post of the in the group. I will be sharing with you guys my thoughts and some of my learnings and stuff like that. And those of you in my VIP program, I will be going deeper with you guys, okay? So just keep an eye out for those in my coaching community and in the VIP group. Okay, but I'll get onto the content of today, because I do have a message for today that I want you to think about. So just a few quick hellos. Hello, Crystal, how are you? Hello, Judy and Bob. Oh, now, thank you, Judy and Bob. Judy and Bob have alerted me to the fact that they couldn't put their name in the tracker for the video challenge, and there's no names in there. I think I've sorted out, because I locked the column after everybody put their names in the last challenge, so we couldn't have any mistakes. And I think that's the reason why now. So if somebody could please go and check and let me know if you can put your names in there now. And if you can't, I'll just have to dig a little bit further. But we want your names on the tracker who's participating in the next video challenge. But apparently you haven't been able to, but nobody let me know. But Judy and Bob did this morning. So can you please go and check it and let me know if you can now put your names in. Okay, we need to sort that out. So happy to see you, such a rock star, an amazing mentor. Thank you, Crystal, life member of our coaching community. Hey, Lynn, how are you? Hello, Janet, how are you? How are you? I think I've already answered that one. Are you rested up? You know, the thing is, guys, I was going to wake up this morning really early because I went to bed yesterday when we finished, slept, I don't know, for a few hours. And then I thought, no, I'll deliberately get up because I wouldn't sleep last night because it's morning here. And I thought by the time I've had that sleep, I'll get up this morning. I would have done a live in the video challenge group, a live in the branding group, a live here, live there before I even got to this live. Did any of that happen? Nah. But I actually allowed myself to sleep in this morning, and I'm completely cool with that because I need to rest and rejuvenate to be any good for you guys. So I haven't done what I achieved this morning because I needed the rest, and I'm completely okay with that. So I will bounce back. It'll just take a couple of days to get back to my normal bright-eyed self, which I'm not quite at the moment, but it's all good. At least I'm not tracing through airports from Orlando to Australia, where it's not an enjoyable journey for, 24 hours plus to get from Orlando to home, probably 35 hours plus maybe. I'm here, I'm home, it's all good, okay? Hello, Edith, how are you? What did I do with my mouse? So glad to see you. Thank you, Jenna. Hello, Beth, how are you? We've got Jade. Hey, going, Jade. Heather, good to see you on. You always look beautiful. I don't know about that, but thank you. Hello, Patricia. Oh, Patricia, last night's mail. So we mustn't have checked the mailbox for a few days, I don't think. But I opened your card about 10 o'clock last night. So thank you. Beautiful, beautiful handmade birthday card. Oh, I didn't bring it out, so I'll have to show that tomorrow. Thank you, Patricia. I've been meaning to message you. But yeah, I only got it last night. Your eyes look tired, but you still. Hello, Dolores. How are you? Hey, Maylene. Good to see you. Susan is in the house. How you going? I cannot imagine. You need to sleep. Exactly. Looks like it's a burn. Yeah, no, it's a scratch. How do you manage to scratch your face that badly through the night? I must have had a nail that was a bit, you know, had what do you call it? Like a rough edge or something like that. Spired bit. What does that mean, Dolores? Let me know what you mean. You're awake and you look fabulous. Thank you, Laurie. Hello, Megan. Hey, Tar. I've created a group to provide good service that I have achieved to share. I'm excited and group members are excited. We've too. Good to hear. Well done. Wow, adds an interesting element to staying up all night. Blood on your face. I know, doesn't it? Hello, Wendy. Good to see you on. We got Anya in the house. Good to see you. Hello, Aldith. Jade, oh, excited for that. Yay, cannot wait. Hello, Helen. Welcome back. Thank you. Yes, I tried to put my name in it too, so couldn't. So if you could try again now, Crystal, and let me know, that would be awesome. Hi, Monica. Hi, Donna. Hi, Michael. That has been in the post for over 2 weeks. You're kidding, Patricia. That's amazing. That shows you how the postage system is really suffering at the moment. Still cannot put names on tracker, but it now says viewer. So is that right now, Judy and Bob? Because it still means, I don't know why it says view on it, but I'll sort that out. Okay, thank you. Anybody watching from the groups? I'm broadcasting in 2 places. One on my business page, which I can see you. You're all public. Anybody that's watching in the social media, the group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, anybody's welcome in there, by the way. You do need to, at one point in time, click on the StreamYard link at the very bottom of the description of my video to allow me permission to see who you are. So, yeah, that one there that says Facebook user, if you know who you are, click on the very bottom description in up above in the group. Those of you watching on my business page, you won't see that because it's not relevant to you guys, okay? Happy to be in your lovely group to motivate each other. Yes, just right. Okay, so we've still got a problem with the tracker. I'm going to have to go and navigate that one after this live, but not a problem. So let me get them to the content for today. And this is not something new, but I really want you guys to think about this for yourself. So for me, the last few days, obviously COVID-19 has stopped everyone traveling, and that's the reason why I'm not in Orlando. Blessing in some ways because I'm able to be home with my family, you know, and bring things to you, and the branding course and the video challenge, like all of those things would have been put on hold if I was traveling potentially. Okay. So when they made it a virtual workshop and said, we're still going to have the workshop, but we're giving you a bonus and doing it virtually, it was a no-brainer to me that I would attend. Absolutely no brainer. It's part of my journey. I don't care whether I'm in US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Switzerland, Germany, wherever. It was just never a question in my mind that I wouldn't attend, even though it was from 12:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. every day. And yet a number of people have said to me, I couldn't do what you do. I couldn't have done that. So my question is, why not? What is the reason that some of you would go, there's no way I could do that? What is the reason that goes through your head that you wouldn't do that? Is it the sleep? Is it that you don't think you'd be able to stay awake? Is like if you knew that you could attend some training that would make you a better version of you, you would benefit from big time by attending the training. What is it that some of you would sit there and think, I'd never be able to do that? So my point here is today is the difference between those that are just interested in what those doing and those that are committed. And I want you to think about this for yourself. You might be really keen and interested to build your business on the side. You might want for it. It might be something that you're keen to do. But my question to you is, are you committed to your business? Are you committed to doing whatever it takes to get the job done, or attending training in the middle of the night? And I'm not saying you guys need to do what I do. Some people see me as a bit extreme. This trip to Orlando that I should be coming back from now, it's either 10 or 11. 10 or 11th trip to America from Australia in about 3 years. Take that in for a second. 10th or 11th, I can't remember which one it was, trip, it would have been my 10th or 11th trip to America from Australia in 3 years. Okay, everything I've invested, I just turn around and put it back into more training because I know what I'm striving for. I am so committed to my journey and your journey. So I mention this because I really want you to think about how committed are you to your business. And I'm not, as I said, I'm not saying you need to attend training in the middle of the night like I do, but for some people to say to me, I could never do that. What is the reason that you couldn't do that? Is it just because you're missing out on sleep? Like, you can recover from sleep. I'll recover in the next couple of days and I'll bounce back as if it never happened. Like, are you interested in your business, or are you really committed? Because this is something that you've always heard before. I'm sure you've heard before, if you want to get what most people don't have, you have to do what most people, won't do. So are you doing that? It is actually more exhausting for you to sit there and learn, but not do, and actually take the actions that will move your business forward. It's more exhausting for you to be overwhelmed and frustrated with the success that you're not having than actually do the do. Some of you will learn. You want for it. You want to do it, but you're actually not that committed as you think you might be, because you're not doing the things that you know you need to do to be successful. Would that be correct, guys? Like, for me, there are no excuses. I will travel if I need to travel. I will reinvest in my business rather than hanging on to the money. I will do what needs to be done. And that is why last month, like, I don't like sharing this kind of stuff, but I'll be real with you here. Last month, I made over $26,000, okay, in my online journey. If I added in like the investment properties that we've got and other things, like, it would be over 30,000. I knew nothing about the online world 3 years ago, guys. Nothing. I didn't know about funnels. I didn't know about Facebook advertising. I was the last one to have a Facebook profile, and I still don't know everything there is to know. I'm just getting started. I want to learn all platforms. I want to share that with you. I'm just getting started. So there's no excuses, and I'm reaping the benefits in a very short space of time because there are no excuses. So when you look at your journey and what you're achieving, and I just disclaimer, I'm a big fan of multiple streams of income, and I wouldn't be able to achieve that unless I had multiple streams of income. So I especially in network marketing, it's just me. I don't want that to be my only stream of income, because if it doesn't work or the team falls over or things like that, and that's definitely not happening in my network marketing business, I'll tell you that. But I am a believer in multiple streams of income, because when you've got all your eggs in one basket and that basket's not working, where are you? Like, what have you got to fall back on? Whereas if we've got at least a couple of different sources of income, then you can balance that out if things aren't going well in one of them. Okay, so that's just my journey. It doesn't have to be yours. I'm just being completely honest with you. But think about that. 3 years ago, I knew nothing about the online world. I hadn't just only started my business page here. Am I making any sense? Like, what I've achieved, I'm no one special. I'm just committed to my journey. And my question to you is, how committed you are to your journey, or are you exhausting yourself in overwhelm of training and you're not taking enough action, or you're not serious enough about what you need to learn, really learn? Because it's safer. I mean, think about how we're brought up. It is safer to go with the flow and not put yourself out of your comfort zone than just go with the masses. Like, it's more comfortable to stay with the masses than put yourself out there for risk and criticism and stuff like that. Would you agree with that, guys? And that's where most of you will stay. I hate to say that, but a lot of people are not willing to really get out of their comfort zone, to stay up all night 3 nights in a row. And I'm not putting myself on any kind of pedestal. This is just normal for me, because there's no excuses. So try not to make excuses for yourself and just do the work. Do what needs to be done, because it's going to be far more freeing for you than the internal crap that goes over and over in your head with all the things that you're learning. The wheels are spinning and you're getting frustrated because you're learning, but nothing's changing. If nothing's changing for you, think about what you need to do to shift. Something needs to shift. You need to get uncomfortable in some way to make a difference. We need to really analyze that for ourselves. If you're not making any money, if you put all this energy in and nothing's working, what's the reason for that? You can all do it. That money I just told you about, who made that happen? Who made that happen? Me. Not my mentors. Not a funnel. Not a Facebook ad. Not a group. I made it happen. There's no excuses. Whatever I need to do to be a better version of myself, whatever I need to do. Yes, I need to learn online skills. Yes, I need to learn online funnels and Facebook advertising, but that's not going to make me that money. I am. My commitment to this journey, the actions that I need to take, staying up all night, which is exhausting, but it's what I need to do. Does this make sense, guys? So I really want you to think about this for yourself, because we are brought up, and some of you, it's normal because we are brought up in a world where as kids, adults say no all the time to us. No, don't do that. No. We are brought up in a world that says no. Kids are brought up in a world that if they ask too many questions, they'll get told, stop asking too many questions. Guys, if you've got a kid that's curious about life and asks about everything and everything under the sun, encourage it. The more curious you are, the more you learn, the more you put yourself out there, the more you get uncomfortable, the faster the success will come. So we are brought up in a society where entrepreneurialism, is that a word? It is now, is not normal. Making yourself uncomfortable is not normal. Doing risky things is seen as being different. You don't conform to what everybody else is doing. It's an uncomfortable journey. Just accept it. Being an entrepreneur, learning to be an entrepreneur, being in a side business, plan B, all those kind of things, it's different to what normal society is taught to do. So you are fighting majority of society, even in being in this industry. Does that make sense to you guys? Like, do some of you feel awkward about being in this industry? Do some of you hold yourself back, not talking to people about your business because you're worried about what they're going to think? Like, you might want for it, but you could be your worst enemy with holding yourself back and doing the things that you need to do to get the job done. Okay? I'm not saying you aren't. I'm just saying think about this. And think about where you're wasting your energy. And if you know you're sitting there in overwhelm, if you know you've been in this business model for years and you're not making any money, then you just haven't committed enough. Because every single one of you can be successful. Every single one of you. Those that fail over and over and over again are those that get there. Because it's impossible to be successful in this industry without having some failure along the way. The important thing is not to look at failure as bad. Failure is just a lesson to know how to do it better the next time. It's not a failure on your part. It's just a lesson. So don't think of things that are not working very well in your business as a failure. It's just you haven't worked it out yet. You haven't worked out the right kind of things to do to be successful. So get really curious about that. Ask lots of questions. If you're working with a mentor, explore that. But don't wait to be told. Like, I didn't get told how to have some successes in my business, various business. I created it for myself. And I'm not really the creative type, guys. I'm really not. And I'm not out there in my personality, even though some of you might think I will. I just love what I do and I'm committed to it. Okay, so have a think of that for yourself. I really want to highlight, nobody else is going to make you successful. No mentor is going to make you successful. No funnel is going to make you successful. No Facebook ad is going to make you successful. It all comes down to you and work on yourself for it. And something that really highlighted with all the stuff that we went through on the weekend, and I'll share a little bit more of this in the coaching community tomorrow and with the VIPs as well. We have to work on ourselves before we work on our business, because there's always going to be gaps. You might be putting all your energy into learning online funnels and online systems and stuff like that, but if you're not really committed to it, if you've got some stuff you need to sort out for yourself, if you're not willing to get uncomfortable, then flip that. Don't worry so much about the online skills. Work on yourself first, because no one else makes you successful but you. So if you're not successful at the moment, it really needs to come down to you. What do you need to do to move the needle forward? What do you need to learn? What do you need to do for you to be more committed to the process? Okay, I hope I'm making sense, because I'm not trying to be pointing the finger at anybody or saying that you guys are not doing a good job or anything like that. I'm just saying this is what it takes. This really is what it takes. And it intrigues me when, some people say I could never do what you do. Well, what's the reason for that? You're just not as committed as I am. That's the only difference, because everybody can do it. I have people in my courses say, I can't attend because it's in the middle of the night. So what? What, does it mean you're just not going to get some sleep for one particular night? You can make up sleep. Sleep we can make up. The learning you may not be able to. What if you got that one piece of golden nugget information that helped move your business forward? Wouldn't that be worth it? So yeah, I just bring this to your attention because are you really, really committed to the journey? Because you need to be if you're going to be successful. And this is why a lot of people are not successful in this journey, this industry, being an entrepreneur, because there's that you're not actually willing to do the work. You're not getting out of your comfort zone. I know this is not new, guys, but just take a check-in with yourself. What are you and aren't willing to do to get what you want? And if you want to have what other people don't have, if you want to have things you've never had before, you have to do things that make you feel uncomfortable. It's just all part of the journey. And I want to share with you a quote that I came across. I read this every now and again. It's not relevant or didn't come out last weekend. But this is the difference between sort of interested and committed. So this is by John Assaraf, a quote from him. If you're interested, you will come up with stories, excuses, reasons, and circumstances about why you can't or why you won't. So that's if you're interested in this kind of business. If you're committed, all of your reasons, excuses, and everything go out the window. Okay, you just do whatever it takes. So this is the difference between whether you're interested in building your business or you're actually committed to building your business, because you won't find excuses. You'll make it happen. You'll find the money to do things. You'll find the time to do things. You'll prioritize things for your business over other things that aren't really going to move your business forward. Like you'll do things differently. Okay. What does that say? Achieved. Yeah, it's probably because, yeah, okay. So, couple of things, like 2 words, excuses or actions. Which one do you want to commit to? Excuses or actions? So if you're not achieving what you want to achieve at the moment, it's probably because, and you could do this subconsciously because of how you brought up, how you've been taught before, bad habits. We're creatures of habit. You can do things without knowing that you do it. You'll be making excuses without realizing you're making excuses. You talk yourself out of things to justify why you haven't done something. We are full of excuses. You can tell yourself anything that you want to tell yourself to get out of doing what you really know you need to do. So either you'll give in to your excuses or you'll be committed to taking the actions that are necessary. So are you committed or are you making excuses? I just really want you to think about that for yourself. And some of you might know, well, I don't know what I need to do. I want to be successful. I'm committed, but I really don't know what I need to do. Like, you don't know what you don't know. So that's where you might have to get some training, get a mentor, do some courses, things like that, but actually put into action what you learn. Maybe you've already watched some training, but you haven't put it into action. Maybe you've got access to training now that you're not putting into action. You're just glossing over it, or it's just sitting there. Like, do what you need to do to move the needle forward. Okay. So just checking in with some of your comments here. I've been with you all day via recordings. Are cool. I've learned a lot. Thank you. Awesome. So now it's just a matter of putting it into action. So well done for continuing your learning journey forward. Good morning, Andrew. How are you? No brainer. I can sleep when I'm dead. Exactly. That's one way to look at it. We've done that and would do it again. No, I still can't put my name on tracker. Okay, so I need to go back to it. Thank you. Coming in live late today. No worries, Andreas. I'm definitely committed to doing whatever it takes, learning, continue to grow, even if it losing some sleep. Heck, I'm used to losing sleep. You nailed it. I think the tracker still has locked areas from, yeah, and I thought I'd unlocked them before, Michael, but obviously I still haven't. So I'll need to look at that again. Jade, yes, invest to grow. And that's it. Some of you will look at training as a cost. I look at everything that I do as an investment. My trips overseas, do you know how bloody expensive? Sorry, but do you know how expensive it is to travel from Australia to the US? 11 times, 10 or 11 times. Like, that's my commitment, because some of the training and where my mentors are and who I'm learning from, like, I'm learning from people that are multimillionaires. I want to do what they've done. Like, learn from people who are succeeding, learn from people who are making money. Like, just learn from, you know, mentors that are already achieving what you want to achieve. So then you know it's quality. I tried to do that, but I doubt whether I'd stay awake. Just an excuse, Michael. It's just, you could, yeah, you could try. But you just change your body clock, and, you know, maybe you don't drink coffee. But I only had one coffee because I was worried about when I wanted to sleep that I wouldn't be able to. But at the end of the day, Michael, it's just an excuse. I don't talk about things like that I've made either, but this month is my biggest month ever. Awesome. Had a first in my life and business this month, and it's because I sacrificed other things to learn what I need to do, and that's what it's all about. So, you know, you've made lots of sacrifices along the way, Crystal, and you will continue to do so, and that income will just get bigger. Making sense. Yes, we can do it. You can all do it. Definitely is. Yes. Excuses are negative thinking. Absolutely. But we will believe what we tell ourselves. You'll make excuses, and you'll make it okay for not doing what you haven't done, because that's just a bad habit, and you won't even realize it. So I raise things like this to help you realize, you know, have you been making excuses for not doing the things that you need to do? Just success. I love that, Michael. Success all depends on the second letter. You, I love that. I'm guilty of learning, but not taking much time to implement things as I should. I'm working on it and getting better though. And progress is progress, Lynn. Even if it's this little bit of progress, progress is progress. So some of you need to stop trying to want everything yesterday, and when you don't get there, you think badly of yourself. Progress is progress, even if it's little baby steps. So it's about breaking big things down to little things. This is what your goal, but if you focus up here and don't achieve it, we often think of it badly of ourselves. Well, I didn't make that happen. I'm giving up. Think of the reasons that most people give up in this industry, because they want this, they didn't get there in 6 months, so they think it doesn't work or they can't do it, and they give up. But if you make little baby steps, progress, then it's all headed in the right direction. It may not happen as fast as you want it to. That's okay. Just be committed to it. Tell children the truth. They only ask them once. Well, there you go, Helen. I love that. It's all real. We all know it. Yeah. Due to talking with people and nurturing relationships, and these people have never seen a Facebook Live. There you go. It's about nurturing relationships, building relationships. Evaluate. Absolutely, Helen. Makes sense. All-nighter would be like living back in my party days. That's right. Like when you were younger, guys, how many of you pulled all-nighters? I'm sure some of you did somewhere along the line. So just think of it like that. I love this topic. Michael can run a marathon. Most people won't ever try that. You have what it takes, Michael. Yeah, that's right. Like Michael runs marathons because he's practiced it. He's put the effort in. He runs all the time. It's what his commitment to be able to run marathons. Most of us couldn't. Would you agree? I couldn't run a marathon because I haven't put the work in. Like if Michael invited me to a marathon and I'm like, yeah, well, I can do that, and I turned up to the start line, I reckon, I don't know, a few Ks in, I'd be walking. I wouldn't be running, because it's just not something that I've been committed to. So it all takes practice. I only found that quote today. Well, there you go. Hey, Steph, how are you? I'm a turtle. I'm proud to say it. That's okay. It's okay to be a turtle, okay? I think I've said enough. I just want to leave you with those thoughts, excuses or actions. Like, you know, and what does it really take? And, you know, as I said in the beginning, I'm not saying that any of you need to stay up for 3 nights in a row like I do, but it's just part of my journey, because that's where the training and the time zone that I am. So it's just my commitment to the journey, and the results are showing because of the effort that I put in. So what effort are you putting in, and do you need to dial up? Because if you put in a concentrated effort for a short amount of time, like 3 years is not long compared to like my salary in my corporate world. I'm now, you know, over a 12-month period exceeding that, like with 3 years in the online world. Like, it's crazy when you think about that. I never would have thought that was possible, but I'm committed to the journey. And as I said, I'm only just getting started. So it's how you put things into perspective. So if you need to up level, guys, up level. That's what I'm encouraging you to do. It's not to make anything right or wrong, or for you to look at yourself and say, oh, I really haven't done enough. That's not my intention here. It's just like, how can you up level and maybe be a little bit more committed to the process than perhaps you are now? Okay, it's just food for thought. But it's awesome to be back. Hopefully my eyes will be looking a little bit brighter even tomorrow. Don't forget about all the things that are going on at the moment. I will be going live in the branding course today. I will be going live in the video challenge group today. Don't forget, coaching community, we have a live Zoom Q&A call where you can ask me anything you like, anything you're struggling with. Let's talk about it. So make sure you're on that call after tomorrow's live. Okay, so I'll catch you then, guys. Bye.